What is going on, everybody? We have XCFL Primetime action. It's your boy Regan, and with me in the booth today for the first time, I have Kevin Brackett. Brackett, how are you doing today, buddy?
What's up, fellas? I'm doing all right.
Good
Doing all
deal.
right. Got a little bit of work done today and excited to get started.
Awesome, man. Should be a fantastic matchup here. We have two 8-3 teams, like we were talking about before. What are you looking to see from the most in this game? Like, what excites you? What gets your motor running?
So the coolest part about this matchup is that this cycle that they're pretty even keeled. I mean, you set it up, they're 3-2 on the year. Tosh is holding a 1 game advantage at the moment. I have actually two quotes. I've got a quote from each coach to start us off.
Oh, nice.
Coach Tosh is his plan is don't turn the ball over and force third and longs. He feels that he should be able to get to Sam Darnold with Myles Garrett and force some untimely turnovers.
I like it, man. I think for
Josh
sure.
says, I don't have a plan or a point of attack. I'm stupid, bro. I just go out and sling it and see what happens. Tosh's cheesy man coverage is going to be hard to beat. I'm going to slap his cheeks up, though.
Oh, oh, I love it. That is great, man. I definitely agree. I think that Tosh, if he can definitely force Josh into some third and longs, I think he'll be fine. Like Josh also said, or the Josh master said, like he said, he's all about his swagger. He's all about his talk. He's trying to get in your head. I don't know if Tosh is listening, but I know Josh is trying to win the mental battle right now, and that's so key in these matchups. What's your favorite part before game starts? Like you're about to get ready. What's kind of your rhythm? What gets you into your rhythm? What gets you into going and getting ready for game time?
For our games,
Yeah, for your games.
I try desperately to spend 5 to 6 minutes in random play practice mode.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah, just
Good
get a
to
quick
know.
feel for offense, keep things rolling once I start. It hasn't worked out great this year, but hopefully that starts to turn around for me.
Well, conveniently, you and I are playing next week, so I was kind of asking, so I'm trying to make some notes, and as we go along, I'm going to be kind of making notes like, oh, so he goes cover 3 in these situations. Interesting. But yeah,
Fantastic.
no, yep. This
I can
is the
tell you
whole
one
reason.
thing's for sure.
What?
You'll see powder blue and golden yellow.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I might have to advertise it as like an all whites game or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But that's a discussion for another day. Meanwhile, it looks like the invite is about to be sent. This should be a fantastic game. I'm looking forward to seeing the matchup of the two monster pass rushers. You got Tack McKinley on the Jets side for Josh, and you have the monster Myles Garrett on the other side for Tosh. We got Tosh and Josh going at
Oh,
it.
jeez.
Yeah. What excites you the most on the offensive side? What are two players on each team that you think could have a huge impact today?
All right, so I'm going to start with Tosh because it's the paper that's right in front of me. Curtis Samuel, he's not only is he the blazing speed that Tosh has been missing since he let OBJ go. He's 10th in Offensive Player of the Year, running for AFC. He's got 47 catches, 1,333 yards. We might catch him get 1,500 today, not sure. He's got 14 touchdowns on the year. That's incredible. He's averaging, 28 and had 28.3 yards a catch? Stop.
Yeah, that's whack.
As far as Josh goes, he's so well balanced. He's got a trio of receivers that have combined for 2,200 yards. They've got 19 touchdowns. It's Gallup, Tiller, and his tight end Ebron. But we're not going to forget to mention Barkley. Obviously, that would be a mistake. He's got 1,000 rushing yards, 8 touchdowns, 25 broken tackles already, and my favorite stat, 0 fumbles on the year, Regan.
Oh, fumbles, man. I don't know what those are. I never have those ever. Not with my quarterback. Definitely not with anybody. So Yeah, I can't relate. I wish I could. I really wish I could. But anyway, man, I hate Samuel. I think Samuel is one of like he can just burn. He can burn. He can fall off the face of the earth. I hope the CPU cuts him randomly, or he just retires at age 29. He's a monster, man. For Tosh, the way he uses him, he's kind of tapped into his post specialist. Watch him on those deep posts. Josh does not have the safeties, as we well know, because of that trade that he had in the offseason, Barkley for Adams or Barkley for Adams and a first and second, which is kind of abysmal looking back. But it's the secondary is kind of soft. I think he does. He did get a corner in the offseason. He got D-Jax from the Panthers whenever the Panthers were on fire sale. But I don't know, man. Do you think that Josh's defense has the ability to contend with the vaunted and very efficient Cleveland Browns offense?
I do. I mean, to put this simply, Josh has Tack McKinley. Not only is he the number one linebacker in the AFC, but he's 8th in MVP voting as a linebacker.
Wow.
I mean, he's got 28 sacks on the year. You're going to get pressure from him. He's going to get his hits on Baker Mayfield, probably some tackle for losses, and maybe even some turnovers today.
Wow. How many sacks does how many sacks does McKinley have compared to Garrett?
So that's actually what I was going to bring up. This Garrett is 2.5 sacks back. He's got 25.5 this year.
Wow.
He's second in AFC Defensive Player of the Year voting right now, where Tack is obviously one.
That's interesting. I know that Myles Garrett jumped out to a pretty early advantage in the sacks race. He had like 10 more than the next guy. He got to 20 super fast, but he must have slowed down over the last few weeks. Since I checked it probably in like week 9 maybe before I played him, and he was on a tear. But sounds like Tack McKinley's come up with a few good games, and we should be in for another good game hopefully. It looks like Josh is having some technical difficulties connecting. Gotta love it.
So we're squaring off with the best defensive lineman in the AFC versus the best linebacker in the AFC, and we should see some sacks tonight.
I agree 100%. You love to see it.
Yeah.
You love to see defense. You love to see the flashy pass rushers, and we've got two of the best here. Tell me, Brackett, have you – I'm trying to think. Have you played VBD, Tosh? Like, what would be the best AFC team you've played recently?
AFC team. I mean,
probably Higgy,
I got
right?
smoked by Higgy a couple weeks ago.
Higgy? Okay. Yeah, Higgy.
I say smoked. He won by 1 possession. Little insider there.
Oh, nice. Smoked. Yeah, well.
Smoked, I lost by 3, but that's all right.
Dang. So close, yet so far away.
Right. It didn't feel like I was 3 points away from winning that game at any point.
Makes sense. Higgy.
But no, I've had a pretty well-balanced but fairly easy schedule comparatively. I mean, if we look at things, I had Hammer, obviously Hagee, Doss. Jack blew me out, and I'm trying to drink that game away still.
Jack's defense has a way of doing that to a man. It makes him question everything and question what he did to deserve it.
Deserve it? Yeah. I'm with you there.
Gotta love it. We still got Josh trying to connect. It's like 10.
It's got to be the European thing.
There
it is.
I guess, yeah. It was the Eurolag. The Eurolag just gets longer every season that goes by. Sometimes it's, a couple seconds. It started out as only a couple seconds, and now it's like 5 minutes. So hopefully, hopefully this game works out. Don't get a desync or anything. Knock on wood. But yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to this game. I think it should be a thriller. What's your prediction? What's your score prediction? Final score?
I'm taking Tosh 24-21.
Ooh, 24-21. I like that. I think.
Yeah,
I think there's more. I want to say 32-28, but I'm gonna go Tosh.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
I think that both of these offenses will be able to figure it out. I know Denzel Ward will be definitely doing his best to lock up Michael Gallup. Gallup is the biggest receiving threat on the Jets. Gallup, like you said, he's having a pretty disgusting year. He's one of the better receivers in the XCFL, as we well know. And this is Jesus.
I've got a bold prediction. I think we see less than 4 catches out of Gallup with 75 yards or less and no scores.
Wow. All right, that's a bold prediction. No scores. I'll try to think of a bold prediction. My bold prediction
Didn't mean to put you on the
is,
spot.
I'm going to say, man, I don't know. I'm terrible with these. I got to say, like, I think Darnold throws more picks than touchdowns for sure. And Barkley has his first fumble, is what I'm going to say. He has his first fumble as of the season in this game. All right, we got brings up a 2nd and 11. Barkley tries the spin move, gets absolutely nowhere. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 11 for the Jets. Darnold comes to the line under center. Snaps the ball, looking to pass. Goes to Gallup, and he hauls it in with Denzel Ward all over him. First down, New York Jets.
Bold prediction, not looking great.
Yeah, right off the bat. Yeah, flop. You'll love to see it. Darnold coming out in the heavy set to the right. Gallup to his left. Hands off to Barkley. Barkley's got a huge hole. Breaks a tackle or two and gets down to the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, New York Jets.
Kind of love when a running back lowers his shoulder to initiate contact, you know?
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing the matchup with Barkley versus this vaunted defense. Darnold under center, looking to pass. Drops back, has a man in triple coverage, and he cannot haul it in. That was going to Eric Ebron deep. Maybe not his best throw there.
Seemed to be well placed to start, but you definitely want to throw it up every once in a while to give him a shot. Like I said, the trio of Gallup, Tiller, and Ebron are just, they've been almost uncoverable.
If anybody can cover him, it's certainly this Browns defense with their vaunted man coverage. And here's got I think it's a fullback dive up the middle to Arma. And Arma gets 4 yards and brings up a 3rd and 6, much more manageable. Darnold in the gun. Barkley to his left. Ebron beside him in the backfield. Looking to pass, has a man outside, and that's broken up by Denzel Ward. Huge play by the monster corner.
That is the right way to start off your first defensive drive. I mean, how much more perfect could it be other than a return touchdown? I mean, give yourself the ball back. Don't let it have any points.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't take a whole lot of time off the clock.
It's huge. Get to start the game off right, and you get the ball back at halftime, like you said. And we will see this Browns offense come out and look to make a statement on the road.
Baker's been a spectacle this year, hasn't he? I mean, he's 67% completion percentage. He's got 125 QBR right now.
Definitely the
chasing
addition of Curtis Samuel that
chasing
helped on that
3,000 yards by 38 yards.
Wow.
So we should see him grab that soon.
Maybe he'll get it on this first drive. Baker under center. 2 backs behind him in the I form.
See tack lined up way out right.
Benedict rolling over to that side. Probably going to help chip him. Baker on the play action pass has a man, and that's Samuel for a huge gain up to almost the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 Browns. Not much you can do about that, huh, Brackett?
No, I mean, he's got, what is it, 96 speed, 95 excel or something?
Yep, he sure does.
Just absolutely nasty. I'm glad that I'm not the one covering him today.
Absolutely, that's a defense's nightmare. There's a offense's nightmare as the ball does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Huge tackle by Jacoby. And I believe this is the first game that Tosh gets right back, who has the super juke, his star running back. He's got, I think, 95 speed. He's a threat to run the football, and we'll see it here. Goes to him on the ground, 2nd and 12, turns into a 1st and 10 on a 12-yard run. You'd love to see that from the 3rd year man. Is it Jarius Wright? What's his name? Kendall Wright? Something Wright.
Justin Wright.
Justin.
You were close.
All right, cool. Just keep throwing out male names, and maybe 3 hours later I'll get it.
Hey, you'll hit eventually.
Eventually.
Definitely started with a weird one, though. Skip to Jarius.
Well, Jarius Wright was actually I don't know.
Defensive back,
Yeah, I
right?
don't know. Probably,
He
yeah.
played in Minnesota for a
I
little
think he
bit.
was a receiver. I really think he was a receiver, but maybe I'm wrong. We got
Okay.
But here's a receiver that just got popped. We got Jarvis Landry. He's been in the league for a few years after signing that huge re-sign deal with Drunk Tosh during a Super Bowl.
Oh, God. He's still feeling that, isn't he?
He is. It was one of his worst decisions, as he'll admit. But this is an interesting uni combination. I like the numbers on the helmets. I think that's pretty saucy. Here we go. It's the handoff to Wright, going left, makes a man miss and goes forward for about a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. All right, in chat today for the YouTube, we have Brian Gibbs. How you doing, Brian? Got Brap and Kylo as well. Brian and Kylo, best duo. Don't at me. All right. Well, I think me and Brackett would have something to say about that, wouldn't you say?
I'm not going to argue. I'm just
wow.
going to let my... Wow.
Well, there's a nice little scramble here. And thanks, Brackett. I appreciate you hanging me out to dry. I wanted to, I love the vote of confidence. It makes me feel very good. 3rd and 4. We got Mayfield coming out in the pistol. Samuel in the slot. Look for that here on that post. I bet that's what he's going to be looking for.
Dagger.
And he rolls and hits him outside. Oh, big hit by the corner.
Wow.
Late on the play. Almost got a late hit penalty, but the ref thought it was clean. And it looks like he had both feet in bounds trying to get upfield. I'd say that's clean as well, don't you think?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Looks like Dante Jackson was trying to make a play on the ball. Got to try to make something happen.
We'll see if this defense, with their backs against the wall, can make it happen. Mayfield looking to pass outside, has the little screen, and it goes down for a loss on the play. 2nd and goal. Great play by the linebacker.
That's something that I've seen that's really special about these two teams. They take care of the ball. And they've forced 16 turnovers and 21 turnovers. Josh has turned over, or forced more. But the cool part is that they're both positive in their turnover ratios.
And that's huge.
Tosh was 16 plus 3. Josh was plus 6.
Nice. And we will see now that Baker Mayfield is in his X Factor if that'll make him any better. And, well, we have a drop pass by his receiver. Good pass by Mayfield, but it's a two-way street, and the receiver drops the ball.
You got to hang on to that.
Looks like we got Nick Larson here in chat.
Big stick by a former Raven, C.J. Mosley.
I don't want to talk about it. That hurts. That kind of surprised me. I won't lie. I know we're talking real life here, and we got a game to broadcast, but certain things stick with you. Kind of like Taco Bell. Taco Bell will stick with you for sure. And we got a big run by Justin Wright here. Touchdown Browns. They get the first blood here in the first half of this game. Cleveland looking to make it 7-0 here at the end of the first. And the kick is good. So Cleveland will lead 7-0. Jets have to rebound here, Brackett.
You have to come up with points here, right? I mean, not to come off as boogerish, but
I never come off as
after
boogerish,
starting
yeah.
with the ball, the only thing worse than you could do from giving the ball back the first drive is to give it back 2 drives in a row.
Yeah, you don't trust your defense right now. They pretty much just got right hook, left hook, jab, all the way down the field. Dinking and dunking, a couple big shot there at the beginning, and we'll see if this offense can get anything going. They got Barkley here. Barkley making 2 or 3 men miss.
Oh!
Wow. That was almost a huge run. I don't know how he got out of that second tackle, but Barkley is a freak of nature. He just shook him off, shook that grown
Threw him
man
off.
off.
Well done.
Here we go, Darnold coming out under center, looking to pass, dropping back. Has a man outside on the corner, and he might go all the way. Eric Ebron running away from defenders. That's a touchdown for the Jets. They even the score with the extra point. What a play there.
Talk about getting it all back in one play.
No joke. You got Denzel Ward missing on the dive. And then you have the missed tackle on the shoestring attempt. Looked like he got a foot there. The defender dived and smacked his foot, but he couldn't quite bring him down, and Ebron goes 70 yards for the score. Browns reeling after letting up the big play. There's a flag on the play, and that is on the Browns. That doesn't help them much, as that pushes the return back to the 23-yard line. We got Coach Boone here in chat. Boone, what is good? Fans want a Brian and Boone division again. That's what he says. Brackett, would you like to see that?
Brian and Boone?
Yeah, Brian and Boone.
Are they the same caliber player? I mean,
Wow.
Boone won
He
a
went
Super
there.
Bowl, but oh!
Huge run here, and he's breaking tackles. And Wright goes in for his second score of the day. Touchdown Browns. They get the one-shot wonder right back. What a play.
Call him Mr. Wright.
Mr. Wright. I like that.
Back to the Brian and Boone thing. No disrespect, and we all joke here, but yeah, they seem to match up well against each other, and a fresh cycle could be fun to watch.
I know that Boone owns a piece of Brian's headspace, so we'll see if I love every time they match up. I think that there's always a lot of talk, a lot of chippy talk in Maine. Got a lot of chatter going. And
I mean, let's
Josh,
be honest, they're 2 of the more fiery guys in the league.
oh, hands down. Brian's known for the angry whisper. Oh, we got a rare face here. Stanley Jean-Baptiste, SJB. What is good, my guy?
Uh-oh.
Oh, my gosh. And there is Saquon Barkley just running around people like it's the schoolyard. And he's going to stomp into the ground on that play. What a touchdown. We might have a shootout here. Your score prediction isn't looking too hot, Brackett. The early predictions were definitely that this was going to be a defensive battle, but
That's what it sounded like. 3 straight touchdowns off of 5 plays, 6 plays.
Josh posted in chat whenever that big run got blown up. He said, "Oof." Good to see that Josh is illegally in our stream right now, watching the opponent's stream. But
Oh yikes!
you love to see it. You love to see it.
Come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
You're a vet. You know better.
We got Wings in chat. And Boone said large acreage in. He's talking about his property that he owns in the headspace of Brian. He said large acreage. Thinking about putting in a pool this offseason. Anybody down for a little cookout? Well, as much land as I got, let's grab a moon bounce and a funnel cake machine, and we'll call it a state fair. Oh my gosh.
I'm in, Boone. Set it up.
That Boone. All talk, no sticks, but his talk definitely makes up for his sticks. I think we can definitely agree that he might be one of the best trash talkers in the league, especially live. You ever listened and tuned into one of his streams, he definitely gets chatty.
I'm going to have to check that out. I don't think I've ever listened to him. I mean, I usually put on games and turn on some music, but if Boone's chatting, I'm in.
Yeah, usually goes kind of like a one-man circus type of thing. And this is what this offense has turned into with Justin Wright doing it himself. He's had 6 rushes for 113 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he gives him a 1st and 10 across midfield here. What a day for the young man. Coming off the injury, first game back, proving to be a huge, huge addition for this offense. Baker Mayfield under center, faking the handoff to Wright, rolling right. And he's being pursued and throws it out of bounds. And Baker can't throw another incompletion or he will be knocked out of his zone ability here.
CJ Mosley just all over that edge coverage.
He was. Great pursuit. You'll love to see that from your Mike linebacker. 2nd and 10. Baker in the pistol. He's got Mr. Wright behind him in formation, and Wright goes forward for a gain of about 5 down to the 39-yard line. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Browns offense. Third down and 5 to go. Baker looking to pass, has a man on the angle, and that's Wright. And he gets forward for the gain of about 10 down to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Here we go. We got Baker in the gun, right to the right of him. Baker looking to throw, has a man, and he gets walloped, but Samuel hauls it in. What a play by the young man.
Wake up.
Go to sleep, son.
Go to sleep is right. CJ Mosley's trying to make sure Curtis Samuel doesn't catch another touchdown pass.
We'll see if they stop Mr. Wright on this running play, and there's a big tackle by who else? Oh, that's not Tack McKinley. That is the other one.
Who else? Who?
That is Clinton. Sorry, that's Clinton. I guess that is the else. That is the who else. I was thinking that was Tack McKinley. I know Tack McKinley used to wear a 90s number back in the day. So we got Clinton wearing number 91. And he makes a big play on that one. And Mr. Wright goes forward for 7-yard gain, and that's what he needed. 1st and 10. They're in the red zone here.
Tack's wearing 98 today.
We're 98. All right. It's a big tackle by the cornerback on that play. You love seeing your corner come up and make some run stop.
Cover one man.
And he tries to get Boggin going, but he doesn't get anywhere. Kendall Ricks with a huge stop. Baker takes the snap on 2nd and 9, looking to get a first here. He gets about 4 or 5 yards, making it a much more 3rd and manageable here in the red zone. Nearing 4 minutes. They just cracked the 4-minute mark. Halfway through the 2nd quarter.
And we'll see Tosh grab the ball back after half, correct?
Yes, sir, 100%. So if Tosh can maybe, it is a little bit too early to start thinking about a 2-for-1, but a score here would go a long way. And I know they've slowed the game down a little bit. So with all the touchdowns we were seeing, it can get a little bit out of hand. And a great defensive play by Cashman. Good old Cashman, that 91 speed linebacker for the Jets. He's one of Josh's favorite users, and he comes in big there. And
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten any dev upgrades. I mean, as fast as he is and as good of a user as Josh is, for him to still be a normal linebacker is absurd.
It is kind of surprising. I wonder if he's gotten any goals. I haven't heard from Josh whether he's gotten goals or failed them or what. But that is kind of surprising. Nonetheless, Cleveland gets 3 points, and they made the lead exactly that, a field goal. So we'll see if we can get either the same or more from this offense of the Jets. Barkley's in the zone. We'll see if they go to him here on 1st and 10. And they got the toss going right. Seemed like a weird little super juke there. Didn't need to. But nonetheless, he gets 3 yards and brings up a 2nd and 7.
Averaging just over 20 yards a touch right now with a touchdown under his belt.
Just under 20 yards, just your average
yards
just
per
over.
Carry. Just
over. Nice. Because under 20 yards, that's weak numbers. You need to pump that up.
Yeah, we don't want that. It's garbage.
Here's Barkley going up the middle. And he gets a 1st down. We're seeing 2 of the best backs in the XCFL right now duke it out, putting the offenses on their respective backs, pardon the pun, and carrying the offense, also pardon the pun.
It appears that both Josh and Tosh want to slow the game down to stop the explosive scoring because they don't want to get out of control with the scoring and end up blowing each other out,
For sure.
It's having a very adverse effect.
It is, and it's funny because this is just the exact opposite of playoff football. Both of these 2 teams are playoff caliber teams, and in the playoffs, typically you're going to see very controlled, slow games. It can seem monotonous, compared to the regular season where you see these huge scores just going left, right, center, everywhere. I mean, here's Barkley on the edge. Wow, we got a big tackle by Redwine behind him. Didn't think he was going to make it, but he forces them to a 3rd down situation. We'll see what they come out with on 3rd and inches. Third and inches here for Darnold. He comes out in the gun. And I believe that's a false start on the offense.
He's going to cost himself.
That's huge.
Start in they're still putting the rock at 18 yards a touch.
That's true. You hate to see it, though. At home, you want to make sure your offensive line are disciplined, and they weren't there. You got Darnold coming out in the same formation, dropping back about, feels like a mile, but he gets the 1st down on the pass. Darnold just kept doing the little shuffle, like 2 steps. 1 step back. Boom. 2 steps now, y'all.
2 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown on the day.
Saquon Barkley in the backfield in the Wildcat. And he's got a huge hole, breaks the tackle, and he's going to be gone.
No.
Josh is just all over the place. Not sure what's... Barkley might have had something to drink before the game, but he is running like a wild man. And here we go. Spikes on the block attempt, but can't get there. 21-17 is the score before half. And now this is a play. if you're Cleveland, you want to make a play for this 2-for-1 opportunity, and you get the ball back at the half. So if you can go up potentially 2 scores, if you score a touchdown here, I think that'd be huge for your offense, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. On the flip side of that, you absolutely have to come away with at least 3 here. Even though you're getting the ball back, you can't go in at halftime down 4 on Josh. He's a good user, man. And he's not going to make those mistakes later in the game.
And the defense has seemed to slow down the offense of the Browns so far. Here we got Baker in the gun, looking to pass. Has a man underneath. He's got Jarvis. Seems like nobody can make a tackle on this field today. And he gets a 1st and 10. All right. Got Baker in the gun, looking to pass. Has a man over the middle. And that's his tight end, Njoku. That's a big gain and a 1st down across the 50-yard line. Baker in the gun. Mr. Wright beside him to the left. Baker looking to pass as a man over the middle, and it is hauled in. That's a huge catch. Jeffrey Randolph on the play.
Big. Yourself in field goal position with 40 seconds to go and 2 timeouts in your pocket.
At a certain point, if they keep moving at this rate, they might need to consider running this clock down a little bit.
Yeah, do you score too fast and give Josh a shot at scoring again?
I don't know. I mean, it's a good problem to have for sure. You got a man over the middle again, and he fires, and I believe that's incomplete. Good coverage on the play for one of the first times, it seems. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Baker in the gun. Mr. Wright beside him in the backfield. And Wright gets the carry, has a lane, and gets forward to about the 8-yard line. He's going to go no huddle, not using the timeouts. And it looks like he's going to force Josh to take a timeout.
I like
that
the
is smart
call. Yeah, I like forcing that.
What a brilliant move there. I can't lie, I've used that to Tosh a few times. Actually, on 4th down, I've done that where I've forced him to take a timeout because I'll go, if I like the formation he was in, I'll come out in a no huddle on 4th down, especially in the second half, to try and make him to use a timeout. Tosh knows it though. And we're going to have the Browns take a timeout here after a huge loss on the triple option.
And that's a risky play. All too often I see quarterbacks fumble that ball trying to get a pitch off.
Wait, quarterbacks fumbling? No, that just doesn't happen in this game. You got to be lying, man. That never happens. I don't see it.
What do you have, 40 on the season?
Yeah, getting there. I think I'm at 38. Give me some respect. Come on. And here's another huge loss. These Browns are going straight backwards.
Smart play by Josh. Don't let him run the clock out and take the easy 3. Make him run something here.
Here's Baker coming out in the gun. He loves this bunch formation, looking to the man in the slot, and I think he has him. He goes aggressive, and it's batted around about 5 times and incomplete.
Gotta have those if you're gonna take this game home.
On both sides. It seemed like everybody on that defense had a chance at it, and the receiver had a chance at it as well.
That's a fair point. I don't think that I expected the receiver to make it with as many defenders around as there were. I was expecting that animation.
Yeah, but the Y catch, I don't know. I think he could have maybe tried for the A catch. I think it might have been there, but I may be wrong. It looked like Josh tried to lateral the ball. And it's a good thing his man held on to it because that could have been disastrous.
If we had a fumble return for a touchdown off of a pitch before,
Probably off the triple option pitch, I'd say, like you said before. But I don't think. No, I've never seen like just a normal pitch attempt because you can pitch it if you hit LB at random times. You can pretty much pitch it at any time.
that's got to be the scariest button in the game if you're on offense.
It is. You kind of just want to like rip
Avoid
it
it,
out of
like-
your controller. Josh, he loves the sauce, so it would have been an opportunity to sauce on him there. Baker in the weak eye formation. Looking to pass, and he goes down hard. Tack McKinley. Haven't said his name much today, but he's making himself known here in the second half.
29 sack on the year.
29th sack on the year, furthering his lead on Myles Garrett. Baker Mayfield in the gun. Mr. Wright beside him in the left. Trips to the right. Mayfield looking deep. Oh, I think he got sacked, or they called it a rush. He did get pushed past the line of scrimmage. Smart job to step up in the pocket, buy himself more time. It just wasn't enough time. And he'll go down.
Clinton again.
Yep. 3rd and long for these Browns for the first time today. We'll see what they pull out of their bag. And that's a great play to call. I like this play myself.
3rd and 19.
I don't care. It's a good play. If in doubt, yep, I think it's going to be there. Yep, and he's got Samuel, and he's going to go rack, and he'll get it. That's a beautiful play here. Take notes, kids. That's how you do it.
Just awesome touching the ball right where he could get to it.
And now you have Curtis Samuel in his zone ability. We'll see if Josh notices it or not.
His superstar abilities. He's got post elite and then post flag elite. I think that it was DJ Moore that had the redundant abilities.
No, yeah,
two of the
that's DJ
same
Moore.
ones.
That's DJ Moore that has that, but I don't know if, let's see, did he catch it? He hauls it in. That's the
Holy
double
hell.
knee right there. And you got to double that man, but even doubled, he still hauls it in. That's a huge catch. Wow, gets the feet down. That is textbook.
Just an incredible play to go up and get that ball.
And there's Samuel in single coverage, but he drops it. That's a great play by D-Jax coming up underneath it to force the ball out. Josh got really lucky there. It looked like his ability activated, but the corner stepped into the area to cause it to trigger the double coverage. But here's Wright, and he's got a gain of 8, making it, or 6, making it 3rd and 4. And bracket these two, Mr. Wright and Curtis Samuel really kind of make a good thing 1 and thing 2 combination for him. And
they've got all the spark.
And then he's going to Jarvis outside, and he picks up a first down.
Jarvis has got to be 37 years old at this point.
He is, but somehow he still has super juke. Baker in the gun, right beside him in the backfield. Looking to pass. Has a man outside. Did he get his feet down? I don't think so. They're going to call it incomplete. Baker under center, trips to the left. Hands off to Wright. Wright's got a lane, and Mosley with a very clutch tackle prevents the first down, forcing them to 3rd and 1 on the 2.
That's an interesting call. You're being gashed on the ground all day, and you spread your D line inside your own 15.
Yeah. The Euros, they're a different breed, man. I'm telling you. Here we go. We got the single back ace formation. And he hands it off to him up the gut and goes down. That is the big man himself, Kendall Ricks. He's a thick boy.
Big stop right there on 3rd down.
Definitely a thick boy. Thick with 3 C's, as Josh would say. The defense stands
Big
tall
stop
to
on a
force
short
him.
3rd.
Like you said, to serve is a short 3rd and short opportunity, and that's a huge stop, forcing them to only a 2-point lead in this game. Darnold coming out in the single back heavy set. Handing off to Saquon outside. Saquon tries to make both men miss, but can't. Somehow goes down for no gain. That hasn't happened much today. Sam Darnold in the gun. Hands off to Mayfield. Mayfield gets a user truck animation and goes down after a gain of 3. Now it's 3rd and 7 bracket. Well, what are you looking for here in this middle range? If you're Josh, you know you got to score here, or at least get something on the board. Keep the pressure on the Browns. Seems like I talked too long, and Saquon hauls it in. Darnold with nice touch on that pass, gets it to his running back on the wheel route. Here we go, we got Sam Darnold with the single back, Barkley behind him. Looking to pass with 3 tight ends on the field, has the man on the post, and he dodges the tackle attempt and goes down across the 50-yard line, almost to the 40. 1st and 10 Jets. Darnold, 2 tight ends to the right, motions 1 over into the backfield to play fullback. Hands it off to Saquon, and Saquon goes down for a loss on the play. Saquon's been a bit quiet, would you say, Brackett? I don't know who's quieter, maybe Saquon or Brackett. I'm confused. I think it's might be a little bit of both. Certainly in a competition right now to see who can be the most quiet here in the second half. And we will see, you got Gallup. Gallup's been held also only to that catch, so perhaps Brackett's hot take at the beginning of the game will pay off. You got Darnold looking to pass on 3rd and 12. There is Myles Garrett coming around the backside and takes him down for a loss of 11 on 3rd down. You hate to see it if you're a Jets fan. And they're going to punt. And being on the other side of the 48, they can't go for a coffin corner, and they might have made a mistake there by not using the backwards, the backspin on it to let it not bounce into the end zone.
Coming in loud and clear now, Regan.
Yes, sir. I can hear you perfectly.
All right. It was struggling from it.
Oh, shoot. All right, here we go. Right going left and goes down after a gain of 6. Mayfield coming out in the single back set. He's got Wright behind him. And he fakes the handoff. Looking for his man Landry downfield, and it looks like there's a flag on the play. Probably holding, and it is. Grayson Denton.
Oh, no. I'll tell you, Tosh loves that deep crosser. He's got to run it 2.5 times a game.
And he will hit it off the play action, usually catching you in a man coverage set. And we got him there.
Always seems to dial it up at the perfect time. Unfortunately, caught a bad break this time.
The line of the Jets is talented. This offensive line for the Browns is doing everything they can to hold him back. Mayfield handing off in the gun. He's got Wright again for a huge gain. He just finds those lanes and gets 15. If you're an offensive lineman, you love to see that from your running back. The lineman makes the mistake on the holding call, and then the running back picks him up, says, you know what, I got you, bro.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Precisely. Love to see that attitude from your back. That you block for day in and day out for.
Exactly.
And here we got Mayfield looking to pass. Has a post route deep, and he gets popped but hauls it in. What a play by Curtis Samuel. That man brings in everything.
That is a ballsy throw. There is no way that any of my receivers hang on to that.
Yeah.
0 out of 100 times.
Yeah, I have to say it's probably me too. Now, Curtis Samuel, I see it now. Curtis Samuel actually has the in-out elite, and then he has the post specialist. So he's got in-out and post, which is the most deadly combination I think you can really get for a deep threat receiver.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2/3 of the real route tree that we use in the league.
Exactly. If only you could get crosser too.
Circa Andy Isabella.
Right? Here's Mayfield. 2nd and 10, looking to pass. Tries to go outside and just yanks it short. And that was almost intercepted.
Almost a house call.
Looked like he swatted it instead of making a catch animation on it.
I think that my favorite receiver ability has to be slot specialist.
Oh,
No
really?
matter what route you run in the slot, you're going to run it the sharpest, fastest. You're going to make that nasty cut. It's something that's... Keenan Allen had it, actually. Putting Keenan Allen in the slot did wonders.
Well, here's the man, the slot receiver for the Browns, making a huge gain on the jet touch. And he gets about 30 yards down into the red zone for this squad. And I know Keenan Allen, he's one that's 37 years old as well, but he's still making waves for the Bucs in Tampa. Several ageless wonders receivers like we saw there in Jarvis Landry. That's a nice run by Wright. Mr. Wright, as he's been dubbed by Kevin Brackett. I like that, man. I like that. I think it's got it's got potential.
It flows nice, you know?
Absolutely.
Tosh may hate it, and that's okay.
Yeah, but if
what he doesn't hate is 3 touchdowns on the day.
No, he does not. He also does not hate that 9-point lead, which is a 2-score advantage. So these Jets have to get... Wow, there's a hurdle, and he almost pays for it with look like...
Huge shot.
Yeah. That's one where you kind of flinch and you're like, it looked like it was going to be a
Did
fumble,
he
but it,
catch him midair?
yeah. Afraid Josh lives dangerously, man. I'm telling you. He loves the sauce.
Well, if there's one member that's happy, it's our captain, Nick Larson. Loves that juke. Not the juke, the hurdle.
The
He
hurdle,
loves the hurdle
yeah.
animations.
Nick's a hurdle guy.
Uh,
We got Box here
I
in
was having
chat. Box says
technical
Akev.
difficulties.
He says Akev. God Raven, please be sure to tell Kev that above.
You'll,
He has
you're
been
gonna have to
told,
explain the
Box.
God Raven thing to me. That's it's a weird thing. But what's up, Box?
It's one of those stories that people give me heck for telling stories on broadcast, so I will do my best not to tell this story on the broadcast. Maybe afterwards,
Fair
if I
enough.
can remember
I
it.
can wait.
Yeah, if you can
Myles
remember,
Garrett with a huge play,
that is a huge play.
outpacing Tack McKinley right now, 2-1.
You got to score if you're the Jets here. Your defense has not done a fantastic job. And here we go. 3rd and 11. Outside route. He has the man, gets the feet down. Great catch by Lasley to keep the drive moving.
That is a hell of a throw. Keeping the
Sam
man from
Darnold.
running out of bounds.
Yeah. Great feet placement, too, knowing where he's at, because sometimes those receivers will just put a foot right out of bounds.
Or fall with the ball, or
Yeah, something. And there's Gallup. He's been quiet today.
Second catch of the day.
Denzel Ward has been all over him. And like I said, I don't know if you could hear me at the time, but I said it looks like he had that one big catch on the opening drive. And since then, he's been pretty quiet. So your prediction of 75 or less yards and no touchdowns is really coming true.
Didn't look good from the first play of scrimmage, but we're liking where we're at right now.
It did not. But, yeah, for sure. If it was a bet, you'd like it. And there he's trying to go to Gallup again, but that is a no-can-do from Tosh. Great user coverage on the play.
Number 51, who is that? Awesome ball skills.
I believe that's the man out of Alabama. I think that's, I want to say Mac. If that's kind of like the
Mac
name.
Wilson.
Mac
yes,
Wilson,
sir.
yeah.
Mac Wilson.
Yep. Plays great for that team. I've seen the Browns a few times, I've seen the Browns a few times bracket. I can definitely like he's got a corner number 19. Messes with my head every time. Like, it makes me want to just punch somebody. I'm like, what? Why does he have a
19
corner?
is Brett Luther, correct?
Yeah, Brett Luther.
That's the rookie he just grabbed.
Yeah, he was a rookie a couple of years ago, but he's pretty monstrous. It just makes you wonder, like, wait, so you got like pro-style numbers all over the field except for your corner, Mr. Brett Luther. Makes perfect sense. Just perfect. And you know who's perfect? This tight end hasn't dropped a pass yet, Eric Ebron.
Look at the ball instincts on this guy. Turns around as the ball is 7 inches from his face.
One of the more athletic tight ends in the league and has been for a few years. He's got to pass outside. Did he get his feet down? He did. They're going to give him
Holy
the catch.
hell.
That is Jordan Lasley again. Has another huge clutch catch. This man cannot be stopped.
Little tight there.
Former practice squad member of the Ravens, Lasley has put up some big numbers here in New York. And they're going to the workhorse, Barkley. Barkley gets shut down. 2nd and goal from the 1. Darnold on 2nd and goal. And he is sacked.
Oh.
Isaiah Houston, big play.
2nd and goal from the 3-yard line, and you're not giving the ball to Saquon Barkley?
And it causes you to be in a 3rd and goal from your own 11-yard line. That is brutal. Or from the opponent's 11, but you got the picture. Well, technically, every yard line is theirs because they are in their home stadium. And here's an angle route to Barkley. Shakes off the first tackler, gets down to the 2. Now I feel like we're going to see Josh try and kick a field goal here. At least give himself a chance because he's got to get a stop either way. What would you do if you're here in the situation bracket?
I learned the hard way that you have to take the 3 here and make your defense make a stop. Although wasting a timeout was horrible.
That was kind of weird. I did think that was kind of odd. I mean, yeah, I'm with you there. I don't think
And
that's the
going
best
for
call.
it.
He is going for it. And Darnold, he's just kind of hanging out in the pocket. Throws, and it's dropped. Eric Ebron, and that will likely spell the end of this game. You kind of want to see him take the points. I'm with you, Brackett. I think you got to take the points, and because you got to get a stop either way. At least you extend the game a little longer.
Right. You got to live to fight another day. Rely upon your defense, who, albeit, hasn't been the most impressive today, but
Here it is.
you've
They're
got
out.
playmakers on that side of the ball.
Like you said, there's a playmaker there. D-Jax making a big tackle to hold them to 2nd and 4. And this is it. They have to make a play here. And then score.
Here's the irony. Tosh goes into kill clock mode and puts another one on the board.
I mean, maybe. That would be, it'd put us closer to my point guess, or my final score call, which was 32-28. So I need Josh to score again and Cleveland to somehow get a safety. But if you bet the over in this game, I'm sure you got it. We expect a defensive battle. And
looks like Tosh is going to do the honorable thing here and just knee it out. Let his opponent suffer silently.
Silently. Nothing about Josh is silent, my man.
No way.
But GG's to both sides. You love to see it. You got Justin Wright coming back, has a monster game.
First game back to drop almost 200 yards. I think he finished with 198.
Barkley on the other side of the ball had a great game too. So that leads me to my
RB
question.
showdown.
Who's your player for the game for these Browns?
It's got to be Justin Wright. 200 yards on the ground, plus a couple receiving and 3 touchdowns. I mean, he scored as much as his opponent did. That's all you can ask.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm with you. I think that's a great call. I think secondarily, you could also consider, you could maybe consider Curtis Samuel. I think he had a good game.
Yeah.
But not as good as Justin Wright.
Big time catches in good spots.
Yeah, I think he's like the unsung hero in this game, but Wright will be the one that gets the glory. And that will
Garrett picks up another sack on the leader tackle. Garrett has 27.5. Tack has 29.
We got Nick Larson saying terrible clock management by Josh, showing why he isn't tier 1. And
oof.
Then, we got the GGs here in chat. Yeah, great job, boys.
The sharp words of a commissioner.
Yeah, yeah. Our commish is definitely known for his hot takes and sharp words. It's one of his better qualities.
I imagine you get your fair share.
Yeah, I've definitely caught
Nick Larson sharp words.
Yeah, no, he never, nah, yeah.
No tongue lashings whatsoever.
Yeah, no, never. Definitely not in any of the times that I've gotten a suspension. Never. He just says, "Here you go. Here's your yard. Take your games." And I'm like, "Of course, thank you, sir. Please, may I have another?
Yeah.
Please, may I have some more?"
To which he says, "Absolutely. Just keep talking."
Yeah. Yep. All right, man. Yeah, it was we had a good game. I like to see that. You love to see a good offensive battle. And the clock management by the Joshinator coming to bite him down the stretch. Let's see here. All right, so I do want to see. I was hoping bracket. I was hoping that we could get out that the rankings, the user rankings from that poll. Unfortunately, I was rushing home and wasn't able to get it out. So what I'll have to do is post that later. Sorry about that, guys. Um, I'll do my best to get that out as soon as we can tonight.
I think we're pretty sure Nick was willing to send another suspension your way over this anyway. So
Oh, cool. Yeah. I figured he was like, my first idea lasted about 30 seconds and then was deleted, which for good reason. It was one of those things where you have a good idea and you post it, and it was like, wait a second, on review, that might not be the best idea. Just so. But this idea, a little bit cleaner, a little bit better, a little bit more thought out. This is the third poll I've posted, so this one should be the good one. If you are listening, make sure you submit that. It's the top 10 user rank. In your opinion, we're talking stick skills, however you view the best user in Madden 20. Drop that there. The link is in announcements. And bracket, I haven't seen one come in from you yet.
I have not gotten to do it. When we were talking about it earlier, I was at the store, and I will head over there and get that done now.
Thank you, sir. That was unacceptable. I expect better from you. Your meme game is fire. Your GIF game is fire. But I want to thank you for hopping in. Did a great job for your first time coming in, getting in the booth, getting on the mic. What'd you think of it?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. It was a good time. I get to make fun of you a little bit,
Yep.
Josh. Yeah. I'll do this again, definitely.
It's a platform to take shots. It really is. You're like, all right, cool. Let's take a few shots. Pew pew pew. You should drop a
Exactly.
few pew
The
pews, and
the amount of power that you have here is, while limited, it's nice to have.
it is. It's fun to let the whole league hear you. Yeah, it's even, but it's a double-edged sword because they'll hear every word, and then you get comments in chat like "Great job, Booger,"
Well, if
afterward, and so it's a fun time. But I
well, I'm gonna
did,
try to refrain from saying that kind of stuff.
yeah, yeah. I will say though, I don't want to leave you hanging. The box story, the Lord Raven or God Raven. It was because when Box first joined the league, he had a trade that got submitted. Like he submitted the trade to me. I posted it in trade committee, and then like it had to be like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and for whatever reason, we had everybody on at that time. And in 45 seconds, like I already had it posted, ready, and I was like, "Hey, it's been approved." And he's like, "Wow, you are God Raven," and I'm like, "Thank you, Lord Falcon." And so I call him Lord Falcon, and I'm God Raven. So it's makes me feel good. It's one of the it's better than like bitch, which is I think what Brian calls me. So yeah.
Who's been talking shit about me then?
Oh,
Oh,
Josh.
Jesus. Hello, Josh.
Hey, hold up. The post game interviews for the winning coach. It's not for the losers. We don't condone that here, man. Come on, what are you doing?
I saw the opportunity, so I came in here
You
to
did.
clear my name.
It's a surprise.
This talk about clock management, I was going to lose
Oh
anyway. I
no.
just wanted that tuddy that I didn't get.
The tuddy. The tuddy. You were tuddy
I think I
chasing.
win, and I think I win because I got a hurdle in there. Because I knew you'd appreciate that, Regan.
That was a saucy hurdle. I said, I was like, he likes
Even
to
if I
live
nearly
dangerously. It
got
was a
blew up
saucy
after.
play. He did, bro. He got popped.
I'll give it to you, Josh. You played a real tough 3.5 quarters.
Thanks, mate. I tried my best.
Yep.
I'm surprised I'd played that well, to be honest. I thought I was going to
A little
come.
drunk, are you?
Nah, I'm fresh off a nap. I woke up 10 minutes later than I should have done. Like, 4! I had to run upstairs. Messages off all you, like, broadcast has started, where are you?
Yeah.
But
That was funny because
anyway.
I was like, he sent the invite, and I was kind of like, where's Josh? Well, that's good. All right, so we got the details. We get the details behind the call. So I'm trying to think. What was like
Still a hell of a game by Barkley, sir.
Yeah, he either has an amazing game or he gets bottled up by someone. So managed to get a few big runs in that game, which was always helpful. If I didn't have that, then it would have been very ugly. Me forcing it with
All right.
Darnold everywhere.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Darnold has some
If
receivers.
only I was playing
though.
someone like Regan, I could have won easily. But
Yeah, just walk all over him.
Yeah, and you bracket.
Wait a second. Wait, hold up. Did Josh, you realize we've played this season and I beat you by like 11 points?
Nah. I forgot
Two
that.
scores.
I'm not counting.
Not one, but 2
I'm
scores.
not counting that.
Yeah,
No,
that didn't happen. It never
Perfect.
happened.
That didn't
Sounds
happen.
good. Well, keep me out your
Perfect.
mouth. Keep me out your mouth when you're talking about these easy users. Jeez. But yeah, I really did like your game. I thought you played well, and of course Tosh did the same. Tosh, the silent victor.
Mm.
Any words for your opponent? You want to like a last ditch, like throw a rock at his bus and run away? Like what's your?
I don't like your man coverage. It's too good.
Don't
Your
same.
mum, your mum is fat.
Retweet.
Um,
Your mom's.
sorry.
I like it. I
And I'm
like it.
coming for them cheeks in the AFC champ
All
this
right.
year.
Good
Peace.
deal, man. Yeah, appreciate it, Josh. Thanks for stopping in. All right. Well, we got to get a little mic drop there from the Joshinator. And I'm going to drop the mic as well. I think we had a great broadcast bracket. Like I said, thank you so much for joining me. And thank you to all of the viewers watching at home. We appreciate you. And if you want to check us out on Twitter, at XCFL Network. Like I always say, you've already found our YouTube, so you're halfway there. If you want to get involved, join Discord. We've already got like a bum named Brian in there, so we can always boot somebody if you really like a spot. We'll take care of you. So everybody, hope you have a wonderful evening. And this is Regan and Brackett signing out.
Thanks, guys.